There's one thing FlipSid can do right. It's not cave under pressure. I mean, both finals and LAN, they decided to put themselves in the lower bracket right away, and then always just be, facing elimination every single round and still make it to the end.
And this is the last season game for Penta Sports. They want to go out well and give themselves the best opportunity to make it into that top 6. A win here would help. And also, saying that you beat FlipSid in RLCS is always great bragging rights, taking down the reigning world champs. We will see if they can do it. It is Penta Sports in the orange and FlipSid in the blue. So we get underway. It is Marky Duda right now. Driving up the field, Freaky takes it from him and puts it onto the backboard. Greasy with the play straight out. Read upon read right now. These players are trying to stay one step ahead of each other. Freaky will save that one as Greasy Meister came inbound, flying high and fast. And it'll be Cookser dropping a shot towards the net again. Freaky again with the save. Sending it away. It is FlipSid with lots of early on pressure, but Marky missing that one should give Penta back ball control. They'll try to move out onto offense.
Yeah, and I do like the FlipSid. The moment Marky missed that shot, they realized they lost that pressure and they need to back off. You want to make sure that you can deal with what Penta can do, since we know that so far this season, every team can go from defense to offense immediately.
Poundex playing that one past Cookser out to the midfield. Greasy lying in wait. We'll put it onto the backboard, drop it down towards the box. There's a double commit there from Killer and Freaky, but no immediate follow-up pressure. It will not get punished. It'll be Freaky over towards Poundex. Watches this one come off the wall. Plays it past Greasy. Back out into the midfield. He and Killer number 7 moving up as a pair. We'll take it over Cookser. It's into the blue corner. Lofted high above the goal. Nobody directly up to try and put it back down. Cookser will be able to play it to the side. And now it is Greasy moving out. Freaky over to Poundex. Going to drop it back. The pass back to Freaky. Does not make contact. Marky drops it to Greasy. Cookser will play it past Killer number 7 in the corner, but Freaky moving in on that lofted ball and try and keep the pressure going here for Penta Sports.
Penta trying to be one step ahead of FlipSid right now, knowing the pace they have to handle all game. Now we're going to see will they be able to. No, Cookser in the back to save that out.
Freaky almost had the read. Dunked that back over the top, and a great pitch there from Cookser. Marky in to finish this off. It gets taken away by Freaky, but what a play there by Cookser on the wall.
That pinch was probably one of the weirder things I've seen. Oh, but unanswered.
Oh, dear. Blocked
Crazy.
away. Freaky could not put it in. So he had an opportunity. And Poundex actually kind of played it away from our Killer number 7, rather, played it away. But we will see them continuing here. Another opportunity for Freaky to shoot at an open net. Doesn't get any power on it. They will not be able to score. We're still scoreless here as we have hit halftime in game number 1. Both these teams not wanting to be the first to make the mistake.
We did just see a small hiccup. FlipSid 2 dedicated for a save, but Greasy ended up using it as an opportunity to just cheat up for a hit from Cookser, and they did a 2-passing play out into Penta's half.
A good positional fake there by Poundex, but Greasy does end up with ball control, takes a shot towards the net, trying to pass to Marky. But the small, quick pass here from Penta gives them an opportunity to score. Marky will pass across to Cookser. Be able to play that one downfield. Greasy line and wait at the midfield. He'll move up, trying to take a shot. Dunked on by Killer. It's a breakaway. Can Marky get there? He'll have plenty of time as the ball slowed down. We'll move that back. We'll stay scoreless here as we are starting to approach the final minute of game number 1.
Both teams putting up a decent amount of shots. FlipSid with 3 so far, and Penta with 4 shots. They're kind of just trading off on who has control and trying not to make any defensive mistakes.
Freaky plays this one upfield. Poundex is waiting, but he'll fall back and allow Killer to move in. Plays it off the backboard, uncontested, but no one in with the immediate shot. Cookser will play it away. The demo onto Greasy and goal opens up an opportunity. Killer onto the backboard. Cookser has the airtime. Will play it away. Freaky in the air. Cannot get it through Marky. Plays it all the way to the orange corner. Now Poundex is lying in wait. Plays it back out to midfield. Gets another demo onto Marky. Very physical play from Penta here as we approach the final minute.
Trying to just remove the players. I mean, going up against Cookser or Greasy and Marky Duda, who really is the target and who's going to score them? Probably any of them. So just, and there's another demolition. Poundex on Marky Duda.
This guy's playing very, very physical. That's 1 onto Greasy and 2 onto Marky. As Penta has been able to get up in their personal space. So far, they have not been able to capitalize. As Freaky tries to play a pass. Cookser now in the air with a shot towards the net. Marky also with an opportunity. The fake from Marky will make it. Just Poundex doesn't know what to do. That's FlipSid on the board.
These have to be my absolute favorite types of fakes. Marky tricking Poundex into thinking he was going to get a light touch, also bumping Poundex on the way there as well, trying to give them a little bit of revenge tactic. You bump me, I bump you right back, buddy.
And the fact that Marky was there makes it so difficult for Pondex because he doesn't know. He has to block the potential redirect and also block the shot that's incoming from Cookser. Just his positioning there, regardless of what he does, is just effective to get that goal in. That's goal in. And now FlipSid has the lead with a 1-point lead. 14 seconds left for Penta to bring this back, but Cookser going to dunk that one straight away, sending it back onto the backboard. Pondex and Killer in the corner, just trying to get out of their own half. Greasy keeps shutting it down, puts it right back in front. Marky might put a finisher in, doesn't matter. They got to make this go the whole distance in the air. Cookser will pop that one out. Killer does not have the boost to get there, and that is FlipSid taking game number 1.
It took FlipSid about 4.5 minutes to get that goal, and it was relatively quiet from both sides. It was 5 shots from Penta and 4 shots from FlipSid Tactics. Not a lot considering, the type of aggression I know either of these teams can exude. So, to see it that low in the first game, not a big surprise. A lot on the line for FlipSid to a degree. Again, if they do win the series, they will at least clinch playoff spot. So they'll at least know they're not getting booted out, which is going to be relieving, especially for our reigning champions.
Absolutely. It was a good first game here. Both teams having their opportunities to score, pushing up, but generally running it into well-rotated defense, well-managed defense, and it took a quality play with kind of multiple layers to it to manage to score on Penta here. So I'm excited for the rest of the series. I'm hoping we're going to get a good one here. How many games do you think it's going to go?
I think it's probably going to go to Game 5, mostly because at this point Penta knows the weight of this game on themselves as well.
Sure.
This is their last league play game. We will not get to see them in league play after this, which means they're just leaving it up to everybody else where they're going to sit.
Yep.
And that is not going to be a pleasant thought, especially if you lose your last game.
Sure.
And they're going to put themselves in a really tight spot.
Sure.
So I think they want to win this more than anything, and by that game you can tell both teams kind of trading complete possession where they'd get a drive in, a couple of really nice shots. There were a couple of spots where FlipSid actually dedicated 2 to a save, but luckily the touch they had on the ball was good enough to where it didn't really matter. It was a really hard clear, really well placed as well. So it wasn't a huge issue, but you always run into that problem of if they ever do both go up for that and they mess each other up, then you're going to run into some problems.
We will see if they are able to respond here in game number 2. Penta looking to tie the series at a game apiece. Greasy will play it over to Marky. That was Pondex. Good read from the backfield. They'll keep it in the blue, but quick passing. Greasy has an opportunity, drops it just off the crossbar. Cookser misses, and Marky able to take a soft shot. This will open it up for Penta as they move down the field quickly. Pondex, the setup here. Killer looking for an opportunity to shoot this. He'll go up, get it through Cookser. Freaky in with a final touch. Does it go all the way? No, Marky saves it away, and Cookser will get the transition.
Both teams making the early mistake. Cookser missing a wide open net, and then Penta. If Freaky had just put some power on that, he had the opportunity. They did a great job of transitioning up the field, but just a little bit too shy, but not now. Pondex will secure it.
It's a fantastic cherry pick there from Pondex.
Oh, easily. Trying to read his teammate up there, coming off the wall. He actually, instead of jumping off, he rode the wall down onto the ground to keep the pace up. Because the moment you jump into the air, it's really hard to keep your momentum going and kind of alter your momentum because you're going in that direction that you jump off. So he stayed on the ground long enough to take the shot.
4:12 left to go in game number 1, and Penta now with the lead. After being shut out in game number 1, they respond quickly with a goal of their own. And they have the ball in the blue. Greasy's soft touch should give Killer possession as he passes up to Pondex, waiting upfield again. They're running a 1-2 offense here. Pondex needs to intercept this one, does not get it off. He gets the demo onto Marky, but Marky's damage was already done.
Marky, dude, one of those hanging off the cliff. I'm going to do as much damage as I can before I fall. Just gets the touch as Pondex. I can't tell if he was actually going for Marky or the ball. At that point, I think it didn't really matter. At that point, he just had to smash.
Yeah, I would assume he was trying to hit the ball, but just Marky was in the way. It's a dangerous proposition to leave that ball in front of your net either way. And just like that, FlipSid has tied it back up. 3:40 left to go. Game number 2. Greasy Meister playing this one down. Freaky will shoot it to the side for Pondex. The pass to Killer. The team play here from Penta. Can they send it all the way? Freaky to try and intercept. That's 2 goalies up, but Greasy staying grounded. Be able to play it away from Pondex. Now Killer with another opportunity. Cookser takes it away from him. And the bump onto Greasy will open up some space for Freaky to take one final shot. Does it go all the way? No, it goes off the post. In is Pondex to finish it off. Great pressure there from Penta.
And on the retreat, Pondex just slamming Greasy out of his entire half. Cookser did a great job of contesting Freaky there, trying to, but it bounced a little too uncomfortable for Marky Duda. Couldn't predict it in time. It did go off the post, centering it up for it after he smashed into the post himself.
Now Penta with the lead again in game number 2 as they look to tie up the series. Cookser in the corner, a soft touch. Freaking Killer right on top of each other, but they will be able to keep this pressure on. A touch from Marky out. Pondex in the air to try and drop it across. Freaky now to get it past Cookser downfield. The touch from Marky will put it over the top of Freaky, but Killer had a touch as well. Follow up. Penta's keeping this pressure on, but there's the hard clear from Cookser all the way onto the backboard. Freaky will be able to respond, but Cookser, the long read, misses contact on the wall. Greasy will play it out to Marky. Puts it into the corner. Cookser again with a miss. Some uncharacteristic whiffs from the world champ here. Marky going to be able to play that one out of the corner, straight down the field. Pondex in the back will have time. Lofts it high. Cookser moves in, shoots it towards the box. Soft touch intercepted by Pondex. Back downfield. He'll get it past and up to the midfield line. Killer with a pinch out to Pondex. Passes it back onto the wall. Cookser in the air before anybody else could get there. Takes the shot towards the backboard, but Freaky clears it away. The touch from Killer will loft it high again, removing the immediate follow-up from FlipSid.
Cookser's probably feeling a bit frustrated. We rarely see him make any mistakes. And even just this series, in this last game and a half, we've seen probably 4 or 5 just complete misses. One on a wide open net, you know, which would have given them a bit more security in the first game. But I'm sure he's a bit frustrated, and hopefully, for his sake, he's going to be able to get out of this funk by the end of the series.
Oh, Greasy with an opportunity, but Freaky interrupts. Cookser has another shot opportunity as well. Goes high, just very high of that ball. Probably expecting the ball to be played into him. Now Freaky able to move this one down the field, has a 1v1. Can Greasy get it past Killer? He does. Takes it upfield and is going to look to quickly transition, but Freaky with the touch, taking it away from him. A minute and 20 left to go, and Penta still holding on to a 1-goal lead in game number 2. Marky Duda onto the backboard. Spider clear from Killer, puts it into the corner. And another demo from Pondex. This physical play from Penta, I'm liking this. This is a good way to just break up the solid rotations from this FlipSid squad. Don't even allow them to be on the field. Force them to reset with these demos. Very difficult tactic to pull off, but it's working out for them right now as they have the 1-goal lead in the final minute.
Trying to bump as well. We just saw almost another clear of Greasy, but he managed to keep his wheels on the ground. Oh, Pondex trying to put that towards the middle, but a bit too close to net.
Freaky coming around the corner. FlipSid threatening right now. 1 goal would tie it up and send us to overtime. Marky Duda out into the middle. Greasy with a shot towards the net. It is wide and high. Pondex in the middle, trying to carry it through. Cookser to the side. Final 30 seconds of gameplay. Pondex sends it into the air. Cookser goes airborne, tries to get the angle, but puts it over to the side. 15 seconds remaining now. FlipSid still with the pressure in Penta's half. They put it near the net. Freaky misses the clear. Greasy Meister with an opportunity off the crossbar. Marky in with a follow-up. Can Cookser get the 3rd touch? It comes in and it gets taken away by Freaky. The clock winds down. It goes towards the net. Marky's there. He pumps it high, but this is going to be quite the carry to move it all the way downfield. They've gotten the transition in momentum, but it will touch the ground, and that is Penta taking game number 2.
I thought Cookser was going to get that backflip last second and get a pop. But right now, it's looking like Penta really wants to keep the pressure on FlipSid Tactics, who probably isn't feeling too great right now. This would have been a series they would have just tried to carry it away, bring it all the way, but they have plenty of time in the series to try and solidify a playoff spot for themselves. But right now, Penta winning that 2-1, 6 shots to 7. So Penta had less shots there again, but this time with the lead.
This time they pull off the win, and it was not even, it felt like it really was FlipSid kind of just not pulling off the game. There was many opportunities, especially from Cookser, where he could have scored. We saw at the end just to kind of lofted right in front of him a moment. If he had been on that ball just a moment earlier than Freaky was, it was an easy shot. And also, not even just to put it all on Cookser, the 2 shots before from Greasy and from Marky, both with opportunities at a more or less open net, not able to capitalize here and tie up the game. FlipSid being a little bit more rough around the edges than we're used to.
Yeah, they're probably frustrated. I mean, it's a couple of whiffs here and there early on, giving up a goal that maybe they shouldn't have. I think they're either frustrated with themselves or each other or something of that nature, or maybe they're just off their game. It happens. You have your off weeks once in a while. But yeah, I mean, just like you said, there are just some shots that if anyone on FlipSid generally, if I saw that shot coming up, I'm like, that's going in. Like in my head, I'm like, easy shot for Greasy. And it doesn't go in. You have to think, what is happening? You know, what is that hiccup going? While I do think Penta is doing a fantastic job on defense and dealing with it. Generally, there were still a couple of opportunities that were just given up by FlipSid.
Game number 3. All tied up at a game apiece here. So we will see if FlipSid can respond from the loss there. Kind of iron out some of their mistakes. Right now the pass plays have Penta back up on offense. A great shot from Freaky. It goes in despite Greasy's best efforts. These passing plays is a big part of what has Penta up in the series.
Pondex, if you see where he came from FlipSid's corner for that redirect. That pass inwards was phenomenal. Getting it underneath his card, keeping it nice and slow. If you hit it too hard, your own teammates can't predict it. Well played by Penta.
And you know you have full ball control within 14 seconds of the beginning of the game when you're up in the enemy corner.
Yeah.
You know, that's not a position you would usually be that early on in the game. They were already able to go up and take a boost steal, make a pass play off the wall, and get the lead here in game 3. It's Pondex onto the backboard. Cookser plays it over the incoming Freaky, but a demo onto Greasy again. It is mainly Pondex doing the bulldozing here, as he is able to get one more physical touch. Freaky now to play it over the top of Greasy. Cookser in the midfield will buy time for Marky, but Pondex playing it downfield. They get it past Marky. Freaky gonna take the shot. Fantastic plays from Penta.
Oh my God, this is what I love seeing from Penta. This pass from Killer was phenomenal. Just beating Marky due to the punch, and Freaky there. Thank God he put pace on that one, because last time we saw a passing play, the shot was a bit too weak, but this time giving them a 2-goal lead only a minute in.
2-goal lead, looking to extend their win streak here over FlipSid. Give them a 1-game lead in the series, but those sorts of defensive mistakes, that was a drop straight down and Greasy punishes.
Yeah, this was the problem. Killer went to go contest it, and Cookser did get it past him, but Freaky needed to be careful with that. Either already be on that back wall to get the front flip to get the clear, or you wait until it comes down so you can get the kind of power on it after it reflects off your backboard.
First minute was very exciting here in game 3. We've had 3 goals. We'll now continue on the pass over towards Cookser. He'll play it downfield. Killer to the corner. Pondex rotates into goal. Greasy will keep the pressure on. Marky looking for an opportunity. He's going to move up very quickly. That's 3 FlipSid players tight in the orange corner. As we see Marky lurking, pacing at the midfield. Moved up, took a shot. Now it's Freaky that is able to fall with ball control on the wall. Cookser takes it from him, plays it past 2, out towards Greasy. Killer will be able to save that one away, and now Pondex to shoot that one back over into the blue. But right now, since the kickoff, it's been mostly FlipSid on the offense. Holding good offensive rotation. Marky with a pass across. Cookser actually demos Pondex. A bit of a revenge here for FlipSid. And it's just Pondex in the back. Coming off of that demo respawn. Greasy with the loft. Pondex to try. Shoot that one down. Cookser the pass to Marky. The soft touch. The Killer up to Pondex, who is waiting. Intercepted by Greasy. That touch out into the midfield. This could be dangerous for Penta. So nobody was in the back. Pondex with another demo onto Marky. They keep this physical play going, just continuing to interrupt the rotations.
Wave, I would not be surprised if these demos and bumps are part of what's really messing up FlipSid right now. It gives them those hiccups, and they're a team that really relies on their tight rotations and their mechanical skill to be there for each other. And the moment they keep getting bumped and demolished, it really messes up a lot of the plays that they're trying to plan.
Now Penta has the ball in FlipSid's half. Well, it feels like the first time in forever. Well, to keep it there at the midfield line. Pondex with another cherry-picked shot. We saw one of these earlier, and they do it again.
This just needs to get watched. I'm not going to talk through this. Ready?
So, that's beautiful.
The angle was one of those things. I mean, if he had ball cam on, even if he didn't have ball cam on, that goal, that was all intuition. Knowing where that goal is and to place it far side as well. I mean, right now, Penta is just on their game.
And I love the way that they're leaving Pondex just as this massive, all-aggressive force, almost nothing on defense. Just going for demos, hanging out in the enemy corners, looking for cherry-pick opportunities. Has Penta up by 2 goals right now in game number 3. Cookser's going to try and push this one downfield for the bounce off the wall. Killer will play it high. Now Marky down to the side. Pondex out towards Cookser. Lofted high, Greasy Meister in the corner. Plays it around. Now Pondex coming off the wall. Plays it underneath. A great touch to Get it past one player. It's past Marky as well. It's just Cookser in the back, but they lost ball control in the air. Cookser will read it just fine and push it away. 1:24 left to go, and FlipSid still down by 2. They've had some fantastic moments of offense, but have not been able to capitalize yet. And right now, Penta is back up on offense in FlipSid's territory. Pondex tries to set this one out. Freaky will move up in the midfield, keep the pressure on the pass to Pondex. Oh, he does not get the cherry pick this time, had popped it up. No follow-up from Killer. But now he is in the corner with Marky. Final minute of gameplay, and FlipSid needing to get something going right away.
I wish I'd kept track of how many demolitions were going on in this series. Already so much back and forth. But right now what I feel like FlipSid's problem is their default defense is from the net. But if you take a look at where Freaky and Pondex have been positioning themselves, it's in front of the net in that midfield. So no one from FlipSid is there to contest those because they're either A, not expecting it, or B, just not positioned for it. They're trying to take all those saves from net, but you're just going to get redirected on.
30 seconds remaining. FlipSid still down by 2. This ball lost in the middle, and the speed of Pondex, who feels so free to just be as aggressive as he wants, makes it very, very difficult for any 50-50 to go in FlipSid's favor, or for them to ever have an uncontested free air ball. There's Killer moving up as well. Gets the dunk on Marky. Man, sign that ball and hold on to it, because you don't get those very often.
That's a good fist pump moment on Marky, too.
Yeah.
We can see Killer number 7 contesting this well, getting the delayed touch, knowing where Marky's going to put it, and that's actually probably on Marky if I had to give that goal up to anybody. Marky should have known better than to put that directly at Killer, knowing he was contesting it. While it's inconvenient to put it high because someone has to follow up for a second touch, you don't want to give that right back up.
Marky gets a goal in here with 1 second remaining, but it's a little bit too late. You can't score 2 with the 1 second remaining.
A little consolation goal going into the next game.
Bit of a morale booster, perhaps, moving forward. Hopefully they're able to kind of piece it together here for game number 4. See if we can get that game 5 we're all hoping for. But these 2 games on Manfield have been rough for FlipSid, as Penta has looked in top form. Even with the touch from Greasy, the amount of space that was there between Marky and Killer number 7 had so much, there was so much room for error, so much room for him to shoot differently, and Killer number 7 had the perfect read and had such a great dunk there on Marky to secure the win here for Penta.
And I think a big part of it, I touched on the subject a little bit mid-game. FlipSid, when they're on defense, they go to net, and then they're waiting for the backboard reads, but Penta's not using the backboard. They're not using it at all. They're cherry picking up.
They're shooting,
as you mentioned, and they're trying to take shots from that kind of like quarter field. Like I don't know what the yardage would be.
Sure.
Or whatever we're talking about, but you know they're not using the backboard, so they're at an advantage because since that's where FlipSid's resetting, there's always a lot of space to shoot. No one's closing the angles because FlipSid's waiting for them to push it to the corner and make it go across and then take it off the backboard, which is what a lot of teams have been doing. But I really like the Penta. Someone's always cheating up, which generally you'd get punished for.
Yeah.
But since FlipSid's so delayed on their contests, they're just able to do whatever they want. Freaky and Pondex are just sitting in their half waiting to push it in.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot about Pondex. He's been a fantastic aggressor. He's been the one who's been getting the cherry pick goals and been getting most of the demos. But it has been Freaky who's been on the top of the leaderboard, or the top of the scoreboard a lot here for Penta, getting a lot of the saves, a lot of the shots, being just an overall monster of a player here for Penta, as they are now have FlipSid on match point.
Remember, FlipSid want to win this. If they can take this series, they will at least secure a playoff spot. But if not, they have to continue to win from here on out.
Oh, Cooks are almost with a great shot there, but blocked away by the Penta defense. Killer number 7 now in the air. Onyx will play this one down. A win here would secure up Penta's record. I believe they would end at 2-5, I think is true. Be 3-4? I believe, no, 3-4 I'm being told. Easy to forget that stuff. But that would give them a good scoreline moving forward into the final week, where they would sit and watch how the dust settles and see whether they make it into the playoffs. Greasy will try to play that one away. The last game we had a pretty exciting, it was 2 games ago, we had a really exciting first minute where 3 goals were scored. This minute comes and goes quietly. Nothing happening just yet, but Penta up on the offense. Great shot, or good drop there from Killer. Blocked away by Marky. Greasy trying to push this one up. Marky with the pass over in Cookser's direction, but Killer will be there first. Try to play up on the wall. Cookser goes for the read, successfully reads it. But Freaky off the side. playing it away. This is most of professional Rocket League is just a matter of thinking 1 or 2 steps ahead of your opponent. The team that can get the furthest out in the prediction game, which is the team that is able to score. Goes up on the backboard uncontested. Marky comes in for the shot, but Freaky will block that one away, and here comes Penta.
See if Cookser can get this turnaround, but a lot of the best Rocket League plays are high risk, high reward, putting yourself in a place to hopefully outmaneuver and outpace your opponent, but that also usually means you're in a risky place.
Ooh, that's 3 defenders up. This is a free shot if Greasy or Marky can come in. It goes high. Cooks are in for the final touch. Even after the first shot misses, when you have 3 players commit up like that, you're going to get punished.
I mean, Marky really should have had that, but I think last second he saw Pondex coming in, so he wanted to keep it high, assuming Pondex was probably low on boost since all 3 had to go for that. So only one of them could probably grab a couple of boost pads on the way back. But either way, that first shot should have gone in. But thankfully, he's got Cookser on his team.
Got Cookser to back him up, and that is FlipSid with the lead here in Game 4. A win would send us to Game 5. They can just hold on to this scoreline here on Urban Central. Freaky will play this one down. Killer in the air. Played across the field, Pondex back into the mid. And now Marky downfield. Freaky will play to the corner as Killer rotates into goal. Pondex will now move in behind him as they try to move out. Pass to Freaky, moves it towards the backboard. Marky plays it away. Now Killer onto the backboard, uncontested, but it drops straight down to Cookser. Seeing he had a lot of space to work with, will move it back downfield. Here at halftime, it's still FlipSid with a 1-goal lead. They're looking to extend it right now. Can they get it in? Marky's shot gets blocked, and Cookser in to finish again. Very reminiscent of the first goal.
This is the pace of FlipSid. We finally get to see it. Greasy beating one, and then Marky beating another, and then Cookser in to secure the goal. And even that transition from defense to offense was impressive as well. It was an insane redirect from the midfield by Marky due to somehow putting it on target, which is what started the flurry of attack.
Oh, Cookser will loft that one across the net. And Penta now finds themselves at a 2-goal deficit with only 2 minutes left to work with. That pop over to the side. Greasy had a shot, gets saved by Freaky. Now Freaky will have to play defender again. As the last man back, plays it past Greasy. Cookser will pass back towards his teammate. Have one more opportunity here as Greasy tries to get the backward shot. Oh dear, that's not good. Is that going in? It does go in. Basically an own goal from Cookser at the midfield. Not what you want to see from FlipSid.
Nah, this was just a bad circumstance. Cookser was just trying to retreat. Marky Duda got a really good turnaround. And Killer number 7 seizing the opportunity to try and secure the goal, and he does so. And now 1 goal with almost 2 minutes seems a lot more feasible.
Absolutely. And just a demoralizing goal. This is not when you've struggled for 2 games in a row. Game 4, you come out, manage to get 2 goals in, and then you own goal in that sort of brutal situation. Not how you want to be. Not good for your mental game for FlipSid, but I believe they can hold on. A weathered squad is FlipSid Tactics. If anybody can continue on here, it is them, and they will get a nice long shot. Freaky with the opportunity will save it away. He'll go up on the wall, gets a pass Marky, and now moving it down and into the blue. No follow-up pressure means the ball moves right back down to Penta's half. Greasy be able to put it into the corner. Freaky over the top. Killer number 7 now in the air. Out to Pondex. Pops it high. Killer number 7 right back up again. Good team coordination to the drop here for Freaky. Greasy plays it to the side. But a lot of uncontested touches there from Penta gave them that scoring opportunity. Here they come again. Nobody up once more to challenge them as they fly into the corner. We FlipSid right now, turtling up on defense, not wanting to make any mistakes that would give them an opportunity to tie the game up. So just holding on to this lead. Marky going to try and take a shot by himself, but just enough to keep Penta busy in their own half.
My fear is that turtling is going to be the mistake if they don't contest these midfield balls, and a lot of these cherry picks and redirects that we see Penta putting on their net, they might end up tying this up.
Greasy looked like he got caught in the wall there for a second, but no boomer of a shot came in. With 15 seconds left, it's all up to Penta. Can they put this in and send us to overtime, or will we go to Game 5? 2 players on the wall. Killer will pass to the side. Pondex looking for an opportunity, pitches it. Killer in the corner as well. Going near the goal, but that long touch there most likely does it, as it will touch the ground, and FlipSid wins Game 4. We go to Game 5, Carpet.
So far, the one thing we're definitely solidifying is the theory that FlipSid Tactics does much better under pressure. Early on in this series, they were just down 2-1. They could have lost the series 3-1, but they're going to bring it to a Game 5 FlipSid tactics seemed a lot stronger early on. Marky Duda with 6 shots alone. They seemed a lot stronger. Just in the beginning of that game, they kind of pedaled out a little bit towards the middle in the end when they had the lead. I don't know how I feel about mentality swaps mid-game, even if you're in the lead, right? It's always that battle of, we've had a tactic and it's giving us goals.
Right.
And now we're in the lead. Do we just keep doing that because we're winning because of it, or do we kind of change it up, play safe and defensive? Because a lot of times that mentality swap is what makes things worse.
Well, and the situation is, I think the thing you have to ask yourself is, are your opponents switching up their play style? Because if they're trying to change something, then there's a decent chance that going for a more defensive mentality will operate correctly. But if they're not changing anything and then you change, then their play style could counter the new one you pick up of turtling or something like that. Luckily here for FlipSid, it did not hurt them at all. They were able to keep the pressure away, and I think that's why we saw FlipSid performing better here. There wasn't really that much better of shots. The goals that they scored were follow-ups, were follow-ups to shots that were missed, whereas Cooks are coming in and cleaning up, which is what you want to see. You don't want to see them missing the open nets, but the big thing I noticed from FlipSid in that game was just more solid rotations, avoiding demos. I actually don't remember if we saw any Pondex demoing anybody in this game.
Yeah, no, last game there were none.
So avoiding that, keeping their rotations solid, it's a big part of what has us here in Game 5. Penta sending it the whole distance with FlipSid. And this game will determine it. Take all the marbles in Penta's last series of league play for Season 3. Greasy Meister in the air. Marky Duda taking the shot towards the net. Freaky will save that one. Off of the bounce now. Killer with a shot towards the net. Cookser will be there to play to the side. That quick transition, this quick aggression from Penta, it's been so deadly the whole series. Greasy over on the side. Freaky reads it on the wall. Just one step ahead of Greasy Meister. This one back into the middle. Freaky to pass back to Killer. Can he get it over to Pondex? It's in the air off the backboard. Pondex tries to drop it but does not make contact. Killer on the ground though. It goes off the post. He could not get it around in time. Such a difficult play to make. So close to getting that first goal in.
Such a difficult trap, and he almost was able to squeeze that to the post, but now Marky Duda outpacing everyone.
Oh my goodness. He basically did the exact same thing Killer did, but they had the follow-up right there.
He beat out Killer and also bumped him. Got one more touch when Freaky came in for it. Both Cooksier and Greasy, but as you said, cleanups, which just shows even more skill when you can take a shot and then still have time to take another shot that actually goes in. I mean, you really pulled their defense out.
That is the threat of having the immediate turnaround. That's the thing, when you come in, you make the move. You're in that 1 or 2 rotation spot to move the ball upfield. The question is now, do I stay upfield or do I fall back on defense? Because if there's a long clear and I don't fall back on defense, I'm going to be punished immediately. In this situation, you're seeing Greasy, you're seeing Cookser hanging out so that when that third rotation of Marky's shot doesn't go in, but he has removed the defense, they're right there to clean up the shot, and they have the lead here in game number 5. But Pondex with the shot, tying it back up. Pondex so deadly.
I mean, this is just mere accuracy. Killer putting that perfectly to the corner, and look at that. Cooksier and Greasy both still fully grounded. Someone needed to be following that up. You saw him coming for that hit. At best case scenario, he would have hit it off the side wall, which then Greasy and Cooksier would have done. But if he hit it even off the back wall, it still would have given him the shot.
Now Greasy in the air, setting this one out for Marky, who misses. Cooksier in to take the shot. Freaky gets the save. A screen kind of shot that you saw in the first game where Marky goes in to zone the goalie, but Freaky able to read the shot regardless and block the incoming ball from Cooksier, keeping this game just tied up. At 1 apiece, 3:05 left to go. Now it is Greasy. The long clear to uncontested space. Freaky will try to play this one off the wall. Over to Killer. The transition from Penta onto offense. A great touch from Cooksier to the side. We'll get another one off the wall, and Greasy will now follow up. Here comes FlipSid on the offense. Close one there from Killer. Blocking the shot on the smallest of windows. The result in a clear but not an own goal, and now Killer number 7 able to move that one upfield. Oh dear, Greasy had to hit the brakes there before he own goaled himself.
That would have been quite the curse from FlipSid.
That would have been 2 games in a row.
If that's how they go down, would have been an own goal. But there's still just about half the game left, and both of these teams at this point seem totally warmed up. I'm loving it.
Fantastic. Very defensive game right now. Low scoring. Oh, but this one isn't going to go in. Marky gets to the final touch. The thing is, Greasy was there. The ball was touched right in front of the net. Was this a miss from Penta?
Well, Pondex came in across from it. I don't know if he was able. He was so close.
So close.
I think, as you said, Greasy being there, a bit of a screenplay. He saw Greasy there in the placement. Like, Greasy could slow this down and give Marky a second shot. So he had to try and read them both, but it's that when your mind tries to do two things at once, you find yourself smack in the middle.
Yep.
And he wasn't able to reach that save. It was a difficult save either way.
That's the threat of the zone. And just like that, again, the follow-ups from FlipSid. Having them with the lead here, the 1-goal lead with 1:57 left to go. And they push this one up. Just going back to the basics of Rocket League rotation, has FlipSid with the win. Killer number 7 with the demo, and now the open net. He gets the shot. The demolitions, the physical plays from Penta, keeping them alive.
I'm tilted for FlipSid. That was a fantastically timed and noticed demolition from Killer number 7 on Cooks here, right at that midfield. Cooks, he's like, I got time. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to trap the ball because I'm a god and I'm going to be able to pull this off. Not if you're dead, Cooks here.
Now I'm in Rocket League heaven. I can't help here. This is not cool. Oh my goodness. What? What? How did Freaky not get this?
I don't know. Freaky stayed in net too. He even played it safe. The pinch was so strong, Freaky was, he was facing the wrong way. Well, not the wrong way. He was facing the only way he thought he knew
he was waiting for the ball to wrap around the wall, and instead it pinches to far post. Poor guy. As FlipSid takes the lead again on the accuracy, the calculated hit there from Greasy. Send it all the way to the post. Penta has to go back to work, tying this game up. Marky with the pass out to Greasy. The pass back towards Marky, who did not look ready for the pass, but Cookser will move in to keep the pressure on for FlipSid as they look to extend this lead. They want to run away with this one in Game 5. A win here takes the series.
There's still plenty of time left, and I don't know if I'd want to be going against a team like Penta who's under a lot of pressure, because if they can pull off any of these plays that we've seen all series, they will easily tie this up. Here comes Pondex.
Oh my goodness, Pondex with the plays past Greasy. Cookser had the read. He'll be able to play that one away, keep that pressure on, but the pass out. Greasy Meister puts it in the pass play. That one was a little bit more on Penta, and Greasy's just going to clean up.
Yeah, Killer put it nicely to the side, but then the second touch, he didn't think Freaky was back in time, and it was probably a good read in general, unless you had great communication. He puts it right back out, and that's now FlipSid starting to position themselves accordingly to deal with anything thrown their way.
And FlipSid now with the 2-goal lead in the final minute. Penta has their work cut out for them. They have been competitive the entire series. For the first time, they find themselves in a serious situation where they have to really put together this aggressive offense. They need those demos now more than ever. Freaky will get the pass to Killer. The pass back to Freaky. The shot towards the net. Pondex is in the air but does not make contact. A beautiful, brilliantly thought out play there from Penta, but they are not able to pull it off. And FlipSid with 30 seconds remaining, an opportunity at a net, a final goal, a nail in the coffin. FlipSid's going to take the win.
Oh, this casual pass from Marky. He lands up there and he's like, oh, I got it. He just dropped it right back down to Cooks here. That's how you know these guys have played together for so long, the two of them working so well together. That is now a 3-point lead. It's looking like FlipSid are going away with this series.
It feels like that last 10 seconds was like a summary of FlipSid and Penta's runs in league play. A beautifully planned out play from Penta. The Freaky to Killer, then back to Freaky, and then Pondex in with the finisher, but Pondex just doesn't get the shot. He'll get the goal here, but with 10 seconds left, I am very skeptical that they will be able to pull off the win.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up, right as Pondex misses the shot, we see a pass play from FlipSid as they just run down the field and do what they always do to secure the win here. So rough there for Penta, as they're not going to be able to pull off the win unless they get a miracle right here. But with that loss of a kickoff, Marky's play into the corner, it's all but done. Cookser will win that 50-50 and secure the win here for FlipSid Tactics, as they took them 5 games, but they lit it up, and they are now full momentum ahead to go up against Gale Force.
And now FlipSid Tactics have secured a spot in the playoffs. We don't know where yet. We've got a little bit of time to determine where that is, but at least we know they're going to make it to playoffs, so congrats to them. Penta, that was the last game for them in league play. It's a bit of a shame to see it be a loss, especially so close in Game 5, but they really showed us, they went out with a bang. They showed us what they can do. They showed us how much power they have. And at this point, they're just like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. FlipSid taking the win. Penta going to have to sit and watch from the sidelines, because that's just how the schedule panned out. Their bye week is the final week. So, for Penta, they're going to be praying all weekend. Yeah. It's a good day for that, though. So, anyways, that's going to do it for this match. We'll send it back to the desk.